Hello there, my name is Richard. The first time you see my channel, you review cartoon series, anime series. So what's up in Computer Random? And today we're going to talk about a pilot called Murder Drones. And this pilot was sort of out of nowhere. I mean, it was promoted, but not promoted in my circle, so I barely find out this was a thing. But besides this, Murder Drone is one of those pilots that was sort of surprisingly good. Of course, it's the same kind of team who did Cliffside. If you've seen that pilot is also very great. But Modern Drums has a very kind of unique idea that actually grabs you. Is what happens if you create a machine to do help work around a planet, specifically the moon. And what happens if the humankind who use these robots died off, and you have the worker drones. And the worker drones pretty much get self-identify, self understand, oh, are we alive or not? We continue, becomes basically self-aware. And that they basically thought, well, the humans are dead, they continue life and just keep creating and creating ourselves. But what happens if the company who made that worker drones did not like the idea? They sent killer worker drones to specifically just kill the drones. Reason why? We don't know. And that I think is sort of interesting because you get the perspective of the worker drone. Specifically, Uzi, the sort of teen sort of robot who kind of got tired of her own society, just cowering behind a wall and just thinking about just getting out and killing the machines who killed them. Because at the very end, they are basically the same thing, just a different prototype. But I love it, this whole show take this sort of kind of self-aware kind of comedy, but realizing this sort of kind of teen angst, sort of kind of ripping off anime in a way, but making sort of an interesting idea that while we're wasting our time, just basically dying because these things are keep attacking us. But I love it. That's a twist that the killer drones don't know after they finish the job that could be next on the chopping block because Uzi actually asked that question of one of the characters, one of the murder drones called N. And N actually froze for a second, realizing that could be a possibility. If we do eliminate all the worker drones right now, that means we are next. Or are we? And they tried to ask questions, especially N. He is one of those killer drones, but at the same time, he can't because he's so programmed to not ask questions, do your job, but be interesting. And it's very different with his other co-workers because he's one of those that he's not sure, he's sort of awkward. Also, Uzi, that her own kind of clan, and she's not also kind of awkward in the group, and both of them sort of awkward realize why we keep doing this. We could kill all the humans who trying to kill us. It's fair, right? But a little bit, there's a little bit more complicated because now you have to convince the killer drones and the working drones to work together and kill all humans. But it's the reason that we don't know why the humans set killer drones for. Yet that itself, this pilot make it so interesting. It's also very hilarious because this whole pilot reminds me of something like Danny Phantom. They found the same similar tropes, but this time the more heroic take on it. This was more kind of self realize we're alive and we have reason to live because we chose to live. In that itself is just super interesting. You can see how you can go different directions. But I just enjoy everything about it. Of course, I have to say the pilot, one thing is sort of off is the second act of the whole pilot that I feel is sort of a little bit. I think you need to rewrite it a little different way, but that's sort of a minor complaint because the comedy is pretty funny. It's sort of asking themselves, "Do you think this is we should do something?" Oh wait, nah, we take care of it tomorrow. That's sort of chill kind of point of view, but sort of self-aware wink in your eye, like, yeah, you know what's gonna happen. But other than that, I really can't say anything else except for the CGI they use. The CGI reminds me so much of Rooster Teeth sort of style that sort of use rotoscope to make the animation more kind of human realistic, especially the camera movements, because the camera movements move that if you are set. It feels that if the character moves, you see the camera moves also to kind of feel what they feel. Yeah, I thought that sort of smart little, kind of clever little things make this pilot completely more watching because of that. And the action scenes is pretty good. It's pretty amazing what they did. I have one minor complaint is sort of the editing of the fight scenes. That like one section I kind of was lost a little bit. I don't know, maybe I wasn't paying attention. I got bored a little bit, but maybe just me. I don't know. But all of that, this thing is pretty solid, especially what they made sort of the robot sort of kind of plastic because it's sort of CGI. It looks like they don't have the great budget, but instead of use it as an excuse, they use it as a strength because it makes sense of this robot to be sort of plastically like, especially how they walk in the snow and all the lighting, especially that sort of grim lighting that I really enjoy. That really amplifies the comedy and the action that they are really a really rough situation. In that I just appreciate completely. No, I got really nothing else to say. Just one question. Do you see this play? Do you hate it? Do you like it? Tell me down below. Let me know. I really got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.